and welcome back to my channel. So today is a very different video than usual. I am kind of doing a tutu dance costume collection plus a story time at the same time with each individual tutu. So I guess it's going to be a trip down memory lane for me. And also, if I can, I might at the end put some reacting videos to other costumes that I don't have with me now. But yeah, so hopefully I have that at the end. So this first tutu is my starter tutu. I did a classical solo with this from Talia, Australia, which was my old dance studio. I was around 11 years old when I did this classical solo, and I also used this tutu for another classical solo in future years. If you saw my reacting to my first ever dance solo, you will also see my classical solo that I did later on with this one as well. But this is definitely one of my personal faves, as the back is so cool. I will put a picture up here, but this is the back. It's super cool. The back is just so blingy and so different than any other tutu. And also, just to shout out my mum, Primadiva, did make all these tutus as well. Also, one little quick thing as well. Before I went on stage, this is kind of really random but kind of cute as well that I did. Whenever before I went on stage in this costume, I would actually this is how OCD I was. I would always have to align these little flappy gem things out, and just make them perfect. And I found that calmed my nerves and also just made me feel ready to go on stage for some reason. I love this one. So let's go on to the next one. And it is my Sugar Plum tutu. Now, I was 13 when I did Sugar Plum, and I actually have the full variation on my YouTube channel, so I will also link that down below if you'd like to check that out. This is such a beautiful Sugar Plum tutu. It really shouts out Sugar Plum. It's pink, it's frilly, it's just so girly as well, and I love the bodice on this as well. It's just so pretty. But I did actually love dancing this, and the arm sleeves are made from beautiful little flowers and gems. It is so pretty, and I love this one a lot. And actually, little fact, this bodice, this fabric here, was from Vinnie's. How crazy is that? Alright, so the next tutu is my black, oh my god, it's getting caught. It's my Black Swan tutu. I did this at Alana Haynes in the Group A section, so that was the middle group. And I was 14 when I did this. Now, I have good memories and one distinct bad memory. Final round, when I made the finals and I did the finals, I actually did this dance the best I ever did it, and I was super happy with it. But the first round, I kind of screwed up the first turn, and I was just so shocked in a way. But that was the only bad thing. But yeah, I did do well in this, and I do love how this looks as well. This feather pattern on the edge is super cool. I love the way it's designed, and these frilly things on the arms are really cool as well, except though I hated it when I put my arms up because it was really restricted. But I'm super fussy with the way it feels on me. Like all tutus, I'm super fussy, but yeah. Alright, so this is a tutu I have never worn. I was going to use this tutu for Grand Pas, but I actually didn't end up doing it. I did Diana instead, the Diana variation with the ponche. But this is a really beautiful, simple tutu that just makes such an impact when it is from afar. But I love the diamond effect going down here. It's super pretty. So yeah, I thought I'd just mention this one too, because it was for me to dance in, but I never did actually end up wearing it. So this next tutu, I was 15 when I did the Raimonda variation at a repertoire competition. This is so pretty when it's on stage. This little scrolly, swirly thing looks super beautiful on stage. I actually am really upset I didn't get the video of this Raimonda variation, because I did it really well, and all my teachers and everyone was so happy with how I did it, and I just so bummed because I didn't get the film of it. So anyway, I can't show you the dance, But yeah, it's super pretty and I love this one. Now this one is a tutu that is not made by my mum, but I wore this in a classical solo. You probably have seen it in my other reacting video. I was 15 as well, and yeah, I wore this tutu only once, but it was a really pretty one as well, and I really enjoyed dancing in it. It's super blingy but super cool when you are on stage, and I just love the blue color so much. It really suits me in my opinion. So yeah, really pretty. Alright, so this last tutu I have here was my most and probably my last competition I will ever do, and it was the last competition I have done since I danced in this costume at the Genet competition in Sydney, and I loved that experience so much. I have vlogs on it, so go check it out if you want. And I also actually have me dancing in it. Hopefully I will put something up now. But I love this tutu so much. It is super pretty and it really suited the variation. I did the Raimonda Act 2 variation 2. It's so confusing, all those variations. But yeah, it looked so beautiful on stage and I love the colours in this tutu so much. Voila! Those are all of my dance costumes that I have here right now. If I have any footage of other ballet costumes or any other dance costumes, I will now insert now. And if not, I'm screwed. Alright guys, so it is a couple days later filming this bit of the video, and I also quickly wanted to mention thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. That is so crazy that we are halfway to 100,000 subscribers. I never ever thought of getting this far, so I want to thank you all so much for all your love and support. Words cannot explain how excited I am. So anyway, let's get back to the video. So I wanted to react on my computer down here from photos of tutus that I didn't show you, as these are old tutus that I've sold or given away. They're just tutus I don't have anymore, so I'm going to react to those. So first off, before I look on my computer, I have these two pictures here of tutus. So I wore this tutu at the RED Advanced 1 Bursary competition, which I actually won in the whole of Australia, which is so amazing. And I made the front cover of the next year's Advanced 1 Bursary competition. And this is me here in it. Hopefully you can see. Like, this is legit, guys. This is the proper program of the following year, but super cool. And yeah, I thought I'd show you that. And I'll also show you more photos on my laptop as well. But quickly, the other program thingy I have here, this is the tutu I wore in my graduation performance for the Queensland Ballet Academy, and I'm on the front cover. So the dance I did was the Paquita variation, the soloist one, and then I also of course did the pas de deux, as you can see, like inside, and there's the back. So yeah, it's so cool that I'm on this as well. Those are the two little program thingies I'm on, which is super cool. And of course I will show you more photos of these two on my laptop right now, so let's get into those. Also, sorry, there's background noise, so hopefully you don't hear that. So the first one I have here is my Santinella costume. This was one of my personal favorites. It was so different with all the detailing. I did wear this the second year I went over to YGP, and oh no, I do, of course, I have the film. Here's the film right here. And yeah, I had such a great time that year at YGP, and if you want to see more behind the scenes of that competition, I will link the YGP vlog down below. There are 2 parts, so go check it out. It is super fun and I loved it so much. So that's my Santinella tutu and a little bit of footage there. So this next one, kind of like a trio of photos. So the first one you saw, that was my classical tutu that I wore for one dance, and you might have seen some footage of it in my reacting video. Next one along is my crystal fountain, so the same one as the program. And like I said, I did it at that Advanced 1 comp, and I love that photo of the tutu. It looks so good. And then the one next to that is another tutu that my mum actually made in one day. Literally one day. So then my mum had to make it in a day. Don't know why I didn't try on the old tutu before and go, oh, that's small, let's make another one. But we only checked it like the day before. Super small, so my mum had to make this tutu. and she did it, and it looks really good. She did such a good job considering she did it in one day. But yeah, and then eventually she made me the new bigger version of the Sada tutu, which was great because I do love that one so much. So next photo down, this is from one of the most recent things I've done. It was last year. It was my first ever production with the Queensland Ballet in a proper company, which was so amazing to experience. I took these little photos in this like spare studio next to the stage in the Lyric Theatre. We usually did classes in there, and yeah, it was such a great experience. This was the tutu. Obviously my mum did not make it, so it was given to me from the like company wardrobe area. And yeah, I was a swan, which was so cool. Alright, moving down, this was the second thing I did with the company very recently. I did this in the new year, so on New Year's Eve I danced and did a pas de deux. It was from La Cossière, and I only did the pas de deux and the coda, and I also did a contemporary as well. But here is the photo of the tutu, and again, from the company. Mum did not make it, but this one is a beautiful tutu. I took that photo of me sitting down like in the dressing room and the one next to it was on stage, and as you can see behind, it had these awesome like orchestral like piano pipe thingies, as you can see. Super cool, and I loved the venue because we had the orchestra behind us because they were the main feature of the whole performance. It was based around the orchestra, and we were just like little guests, which was pretty cool. So amazing to do, and I had such an amazing experience. And considering I'm so young, it was so amazing to guest and do something at this age. I would never ever have imagined doing it at all. Moving down a little bit, this is super funny, but this photo here, it's like the total opposite to the one I just showed you. The one I before showed you is my most recent thing, and now this one was my first ever photo shoot, my first ever like half tutu that my mum made. This day just went so well. It just was super fast. We got great pics. The clouds behind were so beautiful, and yeah, I just had so much fun doing it. It was my first ever one, and yeah, I don't know exactly how old I am in these photos, but I am pretty young. I'm guessing between 9 and 11 years old, somewhere in there. So thought I would show you this as it's kind of like my first little half tutu. Moving along down, this is another tutu that I wore for that same Sada solo. I seem to change costumes a lot with this solo, but this again, I wore this tutu because I think I grew out of my old one. I don't know, but somehow I had to wear this last minute because I did not fit the Sada tutu. And this was actually Claudia Dean's leotard. I'm sure if you're watching my videos, you follow Claudia Dean on here as well. And if you're not, you really should check her channel out because it's amazing. Claudia Dean basically used to go to my old dance studio, which was Talia, Australia. And she was basically, when I went there, like when I first went to that school, she was like right at the end of her stages at the school, about to go to Royal and everything. And we did like meet a couple times before she left. But anyway, I think she left, and then somehow this is how I got to wear her tutu. My teacher there, she lent it to me to wear as Claudia used to wear it, and it's kind of confusing, but yeah, I basically wore her tutu for this one time at a competition. And also, might I add, this was my first ever time doing that solo on point. And I will link, of course, the reacting video to my first classical solo down below, which is this one right here. And that one of me from the back, that was in my house, just in the mirror. I think that was when I was like doing a test run of the tutu, just seeing if it fit. Moving right along, this next one is again, skipping forward again. This was from my graduation performance on this, and these are just 3 photos I collected from the grad performance. Obviously the middle one you saw on the program, and then the 2 other ones were on stage. I love the one on the far left. I love that photo so much. It's so cool. That was when we were doing bows at the end. And I guess the photographer seemed to get the perfect shot at the perfect time. And the one on the other side is me doing that twist. It's just really nice shots. It was such a great time, and I just loved every single minute of those 2 performances I did. It was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you do give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed looking at my past of all my dance solos and dance costumes and everything. And also, please go check out all the vlogs and dance solos that I have done. If you watch them, you will have a better idea of the experiences I made. And of course, thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. So amazing. So I will put you back through to my past self and my outro as well. So bye guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my tutu collection plus story time plus reacting video. It was really fun to do. And yeah, thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Always another day, hey, and you don't have to hide away, yeah. You'll be in my